Let's see if I can get him to say this without a problem.
Most Americans feel that way, but what is still true is that there's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain, right? That feel that way, but what is still true is that there's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain, right? That part of our brain that if somebody looks different, or I think most Americans feel that way, but what is still true is that there's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain.
Okay, let me show you what got me kicked off YouTube. I mean, that literally took down an entire channel from YouTube. Let me show you what happened. So I was showing people about this is Raptor, R-P-T-O-R. Did y'all know that the COVID vaccine is RNA, mRNA based? mRNA. Y'all know what mRNA is? A regulatory associated protein called mTOR, known as RAPTOR. So mTOR is Raptor. Or Kia 1303. I know the way the enemy speaks. 1303 in the Bible means, the word is dia, which means like two, dia, tithemi. So it means through thoroughly, which intensifies blah, 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 to place and arrange properly, thoroughly, carefully arrange, which effectively accomplishes the objective at hand. That's what the number 1303 means in the Bible. So when Obama's talking about, and by the way, that's who's running Biden, is Obama, and that's all this stuff with the vaccine. So if they're trying to turn the human race into a reptilian race by never letting you get converted by putting that graphene in you and then putting a chip in your hand, because first they need the graphene in your body like a net. I showed you in the last video. Second thing they need is to put that chip in you that makes all that go online, like an active magnetic field, to stop you from ever getting repolarized back to the Lord your God. So if they had a way to do that, how do we stop people from getting converted? Then they would ensure that you never got out of the serpent system, which is the goal for Satan, because his goal is to destroy every angel he can. How? By getting them in the serpent system. Why do you think the Vatican's a snake? Let's just go through a few things. We're going to go through a couple folders and a couple images. Imagery is everything in this thing, because that's what the Lord gave me to use as a confirming witness against the enemy. So I'm going to bounce around a little bit, but remember, it's super important you see it every single time. There's the Vatican. That is a snake wearing a crown. If you don't believe that that building that's an upside down cross turns into a snake, I'm going to show you this would be the mouth of the snake right here, with the eyes right here and the crown right there. Well, if we fly behind the crown with our drone, which I did from Google Earth, there's the sidewalk. So is someone trying to tell me that's not a snake? Why would you put a split-tongue sidewalk there if it's not a snake? Why did you name it Vatican, which means divining serpent? Okay, then let's look at the building alongside of it. And there is the building alongside of it. That's the head of a snake. I colored the eye yellow, but when you go inside the building, it's a no-brainer that they're standing inside of a snake there as well. So I've shown you repetitively that the mouth of the serpent right here, the Vatican, right here, the Vatican, this snake right up on top. The mouth right there inside is a sheep, and that's in the mouth of a snake. So the snake is eating the sheep. But to see the sheep, you got to go inside the Vatican and look through that window, and you'll see the whole altar is a dead sheep made up of God's angels. What did Satan say, Lucifer say his goal was? I will rise above the stars of El, the Almighty God. By what? By trapping them in the host body system and slowly consuming them from the inside. Because the serpent race eats the sheep race. That's why the largest altar in the world, that's the mouth of the serpent, is a dead sheep, because the serpent is eating the sheep made up of angels. So if you're an angel and you're trapped in a host body, what do you think the number one goal for Satan is? Don't let them get out of the trap. And what is the trap? The host body system, the beast system. That's why I showed you the guy in the slave collar, that he's wearing a slave collar, and the slave collar is a beast. Y'all have seen that over and over. I'll show it again during this video, but let's look. So here's the Vatican, divining serpent. That's a snake. Here is another snake that's birthing out of it. That's parthenogenesis, virgin genesis. That's why they worship the virgin. Now, the whole agenda of those buildings is birthing of a serpent race. The mouth inside the Vatican of the serpent is a sheep being eaten, made up of angels. So the serpent is eating angels, period. How's he doing it? Through the male-female host body system. That's why the altar turns into a penis, and you turn it upside down, and it's a vagina in the female reproductive system. Let me show you a really cool tattoo. Y'all see the raptor right here? That's a raptor. See the raptor? What's in its mouth? What's in the raptor's mouth? Well, let me show you what's in the raptor's mouth. Let's go right back here, and I'll show you what I did. Let me just go up. Give me one moment. Okay, so let me show you what's going on with the tattoo here. See, that's a dead sheep right here. See the dead sheep right here? That's a sheep. There's the sheep's eye. Let's just get the sheep's eye right there. There's the nose of the sheep. There's the ear of the sheep. The bottom jaw of the raptor. That's not, they obviously overdid the jaw to make sure the sheep had an ear. So the raptor is crunching down on the head of the sheep, and the sheep's upside down. See it right here? Wow. So imagine that you have raptor. It's just, but MTOR, also known as raptor, or Kia 1303, which means properly, thoroughly, carefully arranged, which effectively accomplishes the objective at hand. Remember, Obama said we all have a serpent part of our brain, but more than that, the Vatican itself is a snake. It is a serpent wearing a crown. And more than that, the building next to it is a serpent birthing out of it. So if that was the thing that you were starting in the beginning of the world, and that was Genesis 1 was the serpent race, the parthenogenesis, then it would make total sense that you wouldn't want any angels to get out of the system, because Satan's goal is, Lucifer, I will arise above the stars of God. I will arise above the stars of El, the Almighty God. I will be like the Most High. He wants to kill all the stars. The stars are angels. I will arise above the angels of the Most High. I showed it to you. The word stars means angels, princes. So that's why the mouth of this serpent right here, when you go into the Vatican, is a bunch of angels. So let's just do the idea that the forbidden fruit is having a host body so you can have sex. Well, here's Rihanna with her panties, or whatever you want to call these, and the mouth right there is the mouth of the devil. That being the mouth, there's the eye and the horns. So let's just say, okay, maybe Johnny's wrong on that. Well, here is the Vatican right here. Right here is the Vatican. There's the mouth of the serpent. I put an image of a snake with its mouth wide open because it resembles a vagina. It looks like female genitalia. It says, this is a snake's mouth. Now it all makes total sense. Well, because if you were having sex with the serpent, that was the way they're eating the angels, it would make total sense. So this next picture is an actual sheep, and then above it is an altar that's built to resemble the sheep below it. Just look at the black snoot right here. Here's the snoot right here. There's the eye. There's the eye. Here the ears are. And so that altar right there is the mouth of the serpent. Let me just enlarge it so you can see it. So right here is the mouth, the hole right here, the hole, the window, that round circular hole that light's coming through. Okay, now when a penis goes into a vagina and it ejaculates, aren't the sperm a bunch of little lights? They are, and they swim towards the objective, which is the egg. So here are all these angels right here. The whole thing's made up of angels, and they're all melting into semen, and then the whole objective becomes completely clear now. I will simply take an image of a testicle and the testicles and a penis, and I'll put them right there so you can see them. I've sized them so they fit. There it is. Then I'll enlarge this, and you'll see that is definitely a penis ejaculating into that hole, which is a vagina. Now we'll go back and we'll slam dunk this. Then we're just going to simply turn that altar, this altar right here, we're going to turn the sheep upside down. It makes an X. X marks the spot. That's the goal for the enemy. Let's go ahead and invert that now. There it is. I simply drew it in because the Lord allows me to see all of it. There it is. That is the female reproductive system. Absolutely. There's an ovary, fallopian tube, cervix, uterus, cervix, clitoris, opening to the vagina. And then all those angels, that's pubic hair, and they're just mocking all the angels. And then now we'll just put it side by side with the female reproductive system. Here's the female reproductive system. Here's the altar. Both absolutely exactly matched. Okay, so now we know that the mouth of the serpent is absolutely a female vagina. Now that makes sense. And I'm not here to knock the female host body because it's one of the most amazing things in the world. And you can't have one without the other. You can't have a world without having, you have to have male and female. But this involves free will. It involves choice. And the choice to come in to take that host body was yours. That's how you ended up here. That is the reason you're here. You made the choice. So here it is. That's why this snake's mouth, it all makes total sense now. Because that would make sense that the snake's mouth, the vagina, the forbidden fruit, is the way that they're destroying the angels. But now I want to focus on raptor stuff. I want to kind of zero in on the raptor, because a raptor is a reptilian, right? It sure is. Well, let's look on the way to see that raptor picture. Let's look at a statue in downtown Grand Junction. That's a girl hugging a guy. Okay, should be innocuous enough, right? No big deal. Why in the world is a girl hugging a guy? Why does it turn into a serpent choking out a sheep? I mean, that's kind of strange, don't you think? That it turns into a serpent eating a sheep? Why would a girl hugging a guy turn into a serpent eating a sheep? Well, why does the Vatican have a penis and a vagina and a bunch of angels, male energy being destroyed? Same exact thing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a fetus. I've forgotten how many weeks old this is. Does that look like a serpent? It does to me. Let me show you a few more. So on our way to clearly identify that the serpent race is taking over the human race right now by locking in all the sheep, by giving them a vaccine that's got graphene in it so they can implement the mark of the beast, which will be a chip in your right hand or your forehead. But they need the graphene in you first, and then the mark. So anyway, so here is that audience hall, and then let's take a look at it. So I'll enlarge it, and then I'll grab this. Here is a face from the inside of audience hall. So is someone trying to tell me that the inside of this building where I'm moving this photo around, this is the inside of this building with the serpent underneath the interior? Is someone trying to say that's not a snake? Okay, well, then I would have to say you're probably delusional. It's definitely a snake. And so you have one snake birthing another snake. Okay, this information alone should change everybody on the planet's life. What I'm showing you right now should change everything in everybody's life on the entire planet. The Vatican is birthing another snake. That is big news, guys. That's huge, huge world-changing news. Okay, then I just proved, when I say I just proved, the Lord allowed me to prove that this altar is a penis and a vagina. It's a bunch of angels melting into semen. And then the mouth right here on the outside of a building is a snake. So how is a snake getting its food? By intercourse, male and female intercourse. That's how the serpent eats. In the beginning, Elohim said, "Let us make man in our image. In the image of Elohim created he him. Male and female created he them." So who's making the male and female? The serpent race. I just showed you. The whole building's a serpent. The inside is a dead sheep. The dead sheep is made up of male and female. Who made male and female? The serpent race. Who made the serpent? The Lord God. What's it for? Well, angels that take the forbidden fruit. and then they rebel against God in order to do it. Let's go look at some more raptor stuff, though. This is a brewery. It's called Errant, E-R-R-A-N-T. Do y'all see something weird about the letter R? Have you ever seen an R like that? Nope, but you know what I know it is? Those are the legs of a quadruped. If you're an artist and you were drawing like a sheep walking, that would be the way you would do the legs, actually. So they're drawing a quadruped errant. We'll take a look at what that means. But I see two raptors here, but it's very simple for me, but it may be a little more challenging for you. You have to let your mind have a little bit of extra space to be able to just perceive these. This is one raptor right here. There's the eye, and here's the whole head right here to the nose, and the mouth is closed. So here's one raptor right here. It doesn't have an open mouth. It has a closed mouth. It's one raptor. They made the eyes look very female. See the eyes here? Okay, then the other raptor is the entire sum of the drawing with the open mouth. So one raptor, two raptors. Parthenogenesis again. Now let's look at errant. Okay, see errant? That's a sheep. They did that for a quadruped because they're mocking us. You see this? Clever girl. You see the C and the R? See how the C and the R are connected? There's a reason for that. Let me show you the reason why. What's the number what number of the alphabet is the number 3? I mean the letter C. It's the number 3. What number in the alphabet is the letter R? It's 18. So 318. It says necessity. So here's the meaning in the Bible. It says necessity, a compelling need requiring action. A strong force needed to accomplish something compulsory, absolutely required. This kind of situation is typically brought on by great pain or distress. Oh, wow. It also denotes the outward influence or pressure exerted by someone upon another. It's a force. Can also mean to torture. Oh, you mean like forcing one race to turn to another, like a serpent race to destroy a sheep race. That would be a great word to use. Necessity, a compelling need requiring immediate action. A strong force needed to accomplish something compulsory, which means absolutely required. This kind of situation is typically brought on by great pain and distress. Welcome to the world. It's like no doubt about it. Let's see. Let me show you another word. See the two R's that were connected that made the quadruped, which I will draw in for you? R and R is 1818. Let me show you what it means. To seduce wholly and to deceive. Properly, thoroughly deceived, describing someone taken in and enslaved by Satan. Oh, you mean like one of the angels that we saw coming into the system, getting his host body, and then living out a life where he has no idea where he is or what's going on. It means deceived into illusion, emphasizes the end impact of deception, missing true reality because biting the bait that brings the hook. Y'all remember the tennis shoes called bait? I showed them to you in the other video, YG. Who would make tennis shoes called bait that are red, meaning like blood murder? Do you know what 1818 also means in the Bible? Let me show you what 1818 also means in the Bible. Because they're murdering us all day long. But the Lord used me to bust them, and they hate it. That's why they jack with my equipment all the time. 1818, it means blood guiltiness, bloodshed, guilt of blood, homicide of another. That's what 1818 means. And it also means, let's see which folder I'm in. There it is. It also means thoroughly deceived by Satan. Well, if you're an angel and you took the bait and you got yourself a pair of shoes, like right here, in a clothing line called 400, see 4 H-U-N-N-I-D, spell it backwards, D-I-N-N-U-H. So it's hunted for dinner. What are they hunting for dinner? Well, let's see what they got on their clothing. An angel. What do the shoes say? Fuck you, pay me. Lost angel. Because you're a lost angel. You got your pair of shoes. Now, fuck you, pay me, give me your soul. What's the number 400 mean in the Bible? It means food supply, prey. So you fell victim to Satan, and you're his prey now, just like the angels that are going into the mouth of that snake. Okay, let's keep going, and let's knock this ball out of the park. Now, remember, RPTOR means raptor. Raptor. That's an mTOR. It's a messenger RNA. It is an adapter protein encoded by humans by the raptor gene. Oh, you mean like Obama saying we all have a reptilian brain?
Americans feel that way, but what is still true is that there's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain. Right? Okay,
reptilian side of our brain. We just happen to have a vaccine that went around the world that's got graphene in it, so the serpent race can enslave all the sheep, so there's no way to get out anymore. That's what's going on, 100% guaranteed. The Lord let me prove it. I'm not saying what I think, I'm saying what I know. There you go. That's why you would have a sheep that's upside down, and you would have a raptor that's the other direction. I showed it to you the first time. The way the tattoo was. I showed it to you right side up. But now I turned it upside down because you can see the poor sheep that's being destroyed by the raptor. Isn't it fascinating that the messenger RNA is raptor? This is what got me kicked off of YouTube. Yes, that's what got me kicked off of YouTube. Everybody knows that the vaccine is an RNA-based vaccine. But what they don't want you to know is it's raptor. Now let me show you some more raptor stuff. Right. One thing I want to show you before I move on is I want to show you the COVID vials sitting on their little, this is how they're photographing the stuff. Why is COVID-19 sitting on top of a mirror? Why are they always doing that? Because they know you got one eye up and one eye down. One eye up, one eye down. That's the trap. The whole trap is one eye up, one eye down. That's why Jesus is trying to invert your other eye. Like he had me show people out at the ark. Here we go. Let's go now to, here we go. Here's another one. Why are they always taking this COVID-19 vaccine photo on top of a mirror? Why would you do that? Here it is again. These are all different brands. Why do they always do it on a mirror? Because they know that your mirror reflection is your own murderer. Did you figure that out now? So now let's look at it. So there you go. There's a raptor that's eating a sheep. The sheep's upside down. Let me show it to you the other way. Let's see. I think I have it in the other folder. One moment. Sorry, very quickly on the way to find my raptor tattoo, let me show you another tattoo. You see the sheep right here with, it's supposed to be like some black sheep fur around it? Why is it actually a serpent, again, squeezing out a sheep? You see it? Why does it say idol on it? See IDOL on the hand? You see the serpent, the mouth of the serpent, and it's choking out the sheep again? That's a common denominator. You know what? My own wife gave me a card with the exact same thing. A serpent choking out a sheep. Because, let me show you another tattoo. Because that's the system. You see this raptor? Do you see all this behind it? I colored it in. It's really a female, like Ariana Grande hair. See the like the hair and whatever, like the hair, twisty tie thing. And look what it says. The way they spelled clever girl, you see the C and the C and the L? It's an E and an E. 5 and 5. A, B, C, D, E. 5 and 5. That's their system. That's why they made it look like E and E instead of CL. And you see right here, Eve. Oh, I got it. Get it? Okay, now, let me show you the way I see the errant CD. It's ERRANT, errant. See, errant brewery. The 2 R's are the legs of a quadruped because I know what their goal is. I know what their goal is because the Lord showed me their goal. The Vatican is a snake. The building next to it is a snake. It is a serpent race of humanoids that set a trap for God's angels. They get you in the trap. You're the sheep that made the error. You're inside the system now, and they consume you by slowly squeezing you out your whole life, consuming you from the inside. Here's one raptor. See it? Colored green. Now the whole thing together is another raptor. The 2 R's are a sheep. R is 18. So R and R is blood guiltiness. Twin female raptors, parthenogenesis. The C is number 3. The letter R is the number 18, 318. The number 318 in the Bible is, let's see, here we go. It means a strong force needed to accomplish something compulsory, absolutely required. And that strong force is the serpent DNA.